Hello and welcome to this evening's weather video. We're going to talk more about the snowstorm, the blizzard of 2026. It was a record-breaking snowfall at Islip, 31 inches at Long Island MacArthur Airport, the highest snowfall ever recorded there, ever recorded. 31 inches of snow. And that surpassed the old record of 27.8 set in February 2013. That is incredible. Just incredible stuff. Incredible storm. And we're going to talk about it some more here in this video here. We're going to go to the snow totals here again and look at these snow totals here. And let's get started. By the way, it was, you can see what it looks like here in the woods, by the way. We'll show you that a little bit later, a little more. But let's go to the snow totals. Let's go back to this, all right? So here we go, and I'm just going to focus on Long Island here right at this point, all right? Well, we will take a look at some of these other notable 30-inch readings. New London, Connecticut, West Stonington got 30 inches. Bergen County, 30 inches in Lyndhurst as well. Leonia, 29.7. So Bergen County was hit hard by over 2 feet of snow. Those bands set up. The storm was much larger than I thought. It was really just an incredibly large-sized storm. Essex County, Orange, 26 inches. But let's just focus on our immediate area, and we'll go to the map, of course, as well here, as well. So Merrick got 25.4 inches. East Massapequa, 24 inches. Lynbrook, 24 inches. So I got a lot of 2-foot readings in Nassau County. I'm not going to read over all these again. You can always look at the links below. Central Park got 19.7, which, again, on the lower side, for sure. Queens and Whitestown, their highest amount was 23 inches. LaGuardia, 22.5. JFK, 20.1. Staten Island, another hard-hit area. Grassmere, 29 inches. I'm pretty sure I read these yesterday. Suffolk, Central Islip, 31 inches. That doesn't actually... So which one is Islip Airport? Because Islip only has 29.1 official, but that was at 1 o'clock. So I'm thinking this is still all old information. I think this is still the one from yesterday. Yeah. Why am I reading this? I don't want to waste your time. But, yeah, let's... It's an old snowfall report. I was hoping there'd be some new ones. Sorry for wasting your time on that. So let's take a look at the map here and take a look at these snowfall reports. No. All right, that's just taking us back to that. We want the map. There's no map here. Here we go. That's weird. I don't know what happened there. Okay. All right, it's 24 hours. We got to actually set this back a little more. All right, here we go. 48 hours. Let's do the ones from 48 hours. So you see on the map, see how much snow we got again. Just unbelievable amounts of snow. 2 feet of snow in Nassau County. And then as you head into Suffolk, Islip in particular, the Islip area got over 30 inches of snow. All right. A little less as you headed out to the Pine Barrens. Ridge was 19.6. That might have gone up, though. Might have been more like 22 inches, Manorville. 24 inches in Southampton. So, yeah, everybody got close to 2 feet. And the other hard-hit area was the Jersey Shore as well, though not quite as hard-hit as Suffolk County. 20 inches in Whiting. That was yesterday morning. So, 22 inches in Toms River. So, not quite 2 feet, and then a little less as you head further south into, Atlantic City only got 14 inches. Only 14. So, not as much as some other areas for sure. So, we looked at all this stuff. What a storm. So I want to show you some images as well from the storm. We have from PSEG Long Island some of the damage that was, I don't have any pictures from JCP&L, but you can see some of the damage here, some bent over poles, trees on wires, another pole that's fallen down there. And then they made another post here. And this was I think this was the Port Washington branch. There is a big tree, it's a spruce tree, resting on a 69 kV transmission line. So amazingly, that didn't cause a blackout because there are other paths, I guess, for power to go through that area, and that's why Port Washington didn't have a big blackout. I think this was near Plandome. And you can see them working on the power lines here. They're cutting the tree away. Big shout out to all the line workers out there, busy and still busy restoring power. Here's another down tree here. Fell down, not sure where that one is. Another broken tree or maybe a broken pole there. There's another look at that. Again, that tree that fell on the power lines there at. Don't have any pictures from JCP&L. They haven't shared that with us, of course. But anyway, I'm mainly focused on Long Island anyway. I mean, we'll mention Jersey from time to time, but if I can't get information from Jersey, I'm not going to. This is the kind of damage we had. No surprise when you had those wind gusts. I'll tell you, no surprise at all. No surprise at all. So, just a blockbuster storm. Incredible. Historic blizzard. Still going to be dealing with the aftermath from it for sure. Our satellite image, let's go and take a look at that Modus satellite image of the blizzard from yesterday, shall we? All right, here we go. This is today, by the way, so you can see we did have a good amount of sunshine, and we did have some patchy clouds develop later on. You can see the snow. Looks like the Great South Bay actually is free of ice now. Well, at least I guess maybe the ferries can start running again. So at least we don't have the ice in the bay anymore. Would have liked to have seen it more, but still a little bit in Peconic Bay there, but there you go. We did have some pop-up clouds today, but again, our storm is way out over here now. So when we look at yesterday, look at where the storm was. Look at that thing. That is a monster. Look at that. And I had an eye to it too, by the way. So really, really impressive storm. See that tropical connection. It was getting tropical moisture, and just the size of this thing was really incredible. Really incredible. Really incredible. So, what an incredible storm. Really incredible indeed. So, let's go and look at today's satellite. I've kind of spoken about the storm, and we'll just go and just show you what it looked like outside today, obviously. I did go to the Pines briefly. It's too much snow to walk in. Just in Deer Park, just along the road. Looking at some of the scenery here. Really pretty. We did have some clouds around. The Pines, I didn't notice any damage in the Pines at all. They held up just fine. We did have blue skies, though, today, so I wanted to take advantage of it. It was a little chilly tonight. The winds have calmed down. We have fairly clear skies, and we might even be getting some radiational cooling. Fairly clear skies, maybe a few high clouds ahead of the next system. And by the way, most of the places I've been, at least in my area, I can't speak for, didn't walk around the South Shore too much, but in my area, they did a good job shoveling the sidewalks. So I have to hand it to them for that. So let's go to the CONUS view on this, and you see, first of all, let me just say right off the bat, we're going to be covering the weather in this video to the end of this month, February. Maybe I'll take a little peek at the long range, but there's just so much going on. I've done so many videos, and I'm just exhausted, as many people who follow the weather are. So you can see there's a cold front and a little system here that's coming along here, and you can see here that this is our next chance for precipitation that we are going to be dealing with. Looking at our weather map here, you'll see here's that front, and there's a chance for a little snow overnight, and there won't be much, and I'm not going to really even draw a map for it, but it could be a coating to an inch, right, with this next system. First, we'll go over our statistics here. And at LGA, actually had a record report as well. A record daily maximum snowfall was set at LGA. But let's go look at our climate statistics for Islip today. High of 30, a low of 25. And month to date, liquid equivalent now we're at 2.80 of liquid equivalent. That's already a little bit above the normal value of 2.76. February was dry up until this storm, and the storm dumped quite a bit of liquid as well in Islip. It's not going to show up on the map thing. We did get quite a bit of liquid from that storm. So it's like 2 inches, well, over 2 inches liquid equivalent from that storm. So it's definitely going to help with the drought for sure. So let's go take a look at our area, and you see that cold weather extending into Florida, of course. Now we got some radiational cooling going on tonight. 18 at no, it's not the airport. 19 at Farmingdale Airport. It's 34 in my alley. Meanwhile, 34 in my alley. Yeah, I'm not even going to show it. 18 at Islip. West Hampton is down to 7. You got fresh snowpack, light winds. So it's a good night for radiational cooling. Teens are probably going to be, and maybe even the Pine Barrens, obviously, single digits there. My alley is ridiculously warm, though. It's like 34. So I'm not putting it on the screen, all right? I'm too tired. Maybe I'll make a post. Toms River, west of Miller Air Park, down to 10. So, yeah, we're getting a good radiational cooling tonight after the snowstorm. No surprise. The high temperatures, 30 pretty much. Only around, couldn't even make it to freezing today. Just around 30 pretty much everywhere. And the lows are the current temperatures that we got right now. So let's go and take a look at the forecast, shall we? And we'll go to the GFS, because we're not going to discount the GFS now so fast after how well it did predicting the storm like a week out. So we will look at the 18Z GFS. And you see that little system there that's going to drop down, bring us a chance for some light snow, a little period of snow in the morning. And then we have a little bit of a break on Thursday. And then we have the next system that's going to come by and brush us perhaps overnight Thursday into Friday with a little light snow. Nothing major. All right, nothing major. Then we should improve on Friday and the weekend. Should be a little bit of a warm-up. And then that's it, because that's the end of the month right there. I'm not going any further than that. So up to Saturday, and that's it in this video, all right? Still got 2 systems to talk about here. All right, the European. Also showing this system right here for tomorrow, but the system for Thursday is suppressed on the euro. All right, GFS doesn't have it suppressed, but the euro does have it suppressed. And then again, we're fair and warmer for Saturday. All right, before that, we'll talk about that another day. We'll talk about the weekend and the longer range. It's just too much going on right now. All right, so let's go look at the HRRR and look at this system, this weak system that's coming through for tomorrow. And it's weak. It's not really going to dump a whole lot of snow. Coating to an inch. Total snowfalls, yeah, coating to an inch. Maybe a little closer to 2 inches on the east end, but it's not going to be much, and it will melt by the time. Bad gateway. What happened there? It will melt by the time we get to the afternoon tomorrow. The additional snow will be melted. Obviously, not all the snow we've got. Dew points and wind flow. You see we have very dry air in place tonight, so that's where we're going to have radiational cooling, calm winds for the most part. Tomorrow, the winds shift more to the southwest, which I'm not happy about, because that means I got to deal with the furnace exhaust again. But you'll see southwest winds, and the dew points do come up, so we do see some warming tomorrow. It will be warmer tomorrow than it was today. And but we do have another colder air mass coming in for Thursday. The winds go northwest to west again. So, but then they start becoming light Thursday night again. All right. So our temperatures will change as a result of that. So tonight is going to be very cold, unless you have my alley where it's 34 degrees, which is obscene. So you'll see here that lows tonight, teens for most locations. I don't know if my alley's going to get below freezing, but everybody should have teens probably, I think, except maybe the city, which would get down to low 20s. It's going to be a cold night. But then tomorrow, we'll warm up after that little bit of snow in the morning. We'll warm up to around 40 degrees, so closer to normal. We definitely were below normal today. And then for Thursday, morning. We'll wake up to 20s probably, and then Thursday might be a little bit cooler with temperatures only in the 30s. All right, and then we have that system that may affect us here. The HRRR, let's see where this one has. The HRRR also has it off to the south. So that's good. So we may not even get hit by that system. Hopefully we don't. So it's mainly the one for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning generally, and like I said, it really won't be bringing a whole lot of precipitation. Maybe a little more to the east end, but that's pretty much it. That's what the HRRR is showing. We'll go ahead and look at the NAM and see if the NAM looks any different here. So here's the NAM. The NAM looks a little bit more robust with the precipitation, especially over Suffolk County. But again, I don't expect it to be much. Could be a slight chance of a spotty shower overnight. Here's Thursday. That system, again, passing off to the south. So that's good to see that system passing off to the south. It means we will probably, seems to be the trend, and I'm hoping the latest GFS run also shows that. Well, we don't have the latest GFS, but I can look at the FV3. Here's the FV3 as well. And it still has it brushing our area. The GFS, brushing it. You can see it's generally light, and this would be the worst case scenario. Total snowfall between both storms here is still coating to an inch. This shows both storms, so it really won't be that much. NAM, this is the NAM hat, so it's not really going to be very much at all. All right, so nothing really to be too concerned about there. All right, we'll go back to the GFS and we'll look at how our temperatures are going, and look at the GFS and the Euro as far as the temperatures and the dew points and wind flow. We'll look at both of that. So here we are Thursday. Again, you see that the core of the cold air stays to the north of us, so it will get colder, a little bit colder on Friday. But then you see that southwest winds and south winds take over for the weekend. Saturday is going to be a mild day before the colder air comes in, and again, we'll talk about that in the next weather video. I don't know if that's going to be tomorrow night or Thursday night. I'm thinking more Thursday night. I don't know. Maybe Thursday night, I think. So, yeah, because I need a break. So, here's the GFS. You see colder on Thursday and a little bit of a cold down on Friday. And then we do see that those milder temperatures make it into the area on Saturday. Maybe close to 50 in Jersey. I don't think we're going to see that, but it should help to melt at least a good chunk of the snow that we just got, hopefully. European temperatures. These are the European temperatures, and I mean, they're similar, as you see. So you see that recovery again on Saturday, that we will have warmer temperatures, showing a 50 around Toms River, but we'll probably have 40s. So that's what it looks like. Let's go and look at the skies next. Obviously, we did have a decent amount of sunshine today. Some clouds popped up. Tomorrow, we're going to start with a lot of clouds, but then the sun might break out later on in the day, later in the afternoon. And then for Thursday, we'll have some of the clouds brushing us. This is the RGEM model. So some of the clouds from that southern system may brush us. Other than that, we should have sunshine, I think. And we'll look at the Euro output for that as well on a different website. But here's Friday. Again, sunshine and maybe some brushed by some of those high clouds. It's kind of hard to say where they're going to wind up at this point. Let's go to the GFS. Excuse me, not the GFS. Let's go to the windy.com site. We'll look at the cloud there. That would be the European model for Thursday. And so you can see we're kind of on the northern periphery of these higher level clouds, and the European actually pushes them so far to the south. We're mostly sunny on Friday, so hopefully that works out. We actually have a sunny day, and the temperature on Friday will be still on the rather chilly, 30s, so generally low 30s generally. So that's what we're going to see at that point. So I think that's all I got for you. I'm tired, man. All right, it's a storm. Doing so many weather videos about it, so many. All right, it was an incredible storm, for sure. One that will go down in the record books. Heaviest snowfall ever reported at Islip, and records at Islip date back to 1963, I believe. So yeah, that is incredible. So what a storm this was. It caused a lot of damage, and we just unfortunately, somebody died in the storm, but I don't think any of the stations covered it, or they barely covered it. A guy was They found a guy in Deer Park that had been deceased. There's a Bohemian. I don't even have a video for that. That wasn't even covered. Yeah, here we go. They did cover it. So News 12 covered this. A Deer Park man was found dead, buried in the snow at 55 plus. We do have a fatality from the storm, unfortunately. I have a feeling there may be more. Because some of those conditions when I was out there were absolutely dangerous to be out in. Absolutely dangerous. And once it got really bad, I didn't even want to be out there. I mean, it was just unbelievable. It really was. So, you know what? I will give you the alley temperature because you want to see it. I'll throw it on the screen. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I mean, look at how cold it is out there. We got 30, 18, and Herrick's 19, 16. So yeah, nice cold night. But it's like 15 degrees warmer in my alley. Here you go. You ready for it? You ready? You want to see the picture? Here you go. And you know I'm gonna play this too.
Oh, I hate this place!
There you go. So 15 degrees warmer in that alley. Unbelievable. Can't get fresh air. How is this place even legal? I don't even get it. So there you go. Have a good night. And if you can enjoy that fresh, clean, 15 degree, 18 degree air, enjoy it. Because some of us can't. Have a good night.